Thomas Edison, Upload Final Multimedia Project by JMcNichol at Rasmussen College. When people hear the name Thomas Edison, they think, oh, he's the guy who invented the light bulb, right? The real answer is no. He did not invent the light bulb. He just made it better. Thomas Alva Edison was born on February 11, 1847 in Milan, Ohio. Thomas had an amazing career. He had 1,093 patents to his name. Not only that, he started working in 1859. Just in case you were listening to this bright and early in the morning, that's only 12 years old. And to top that, he opened a research facility not that many years later in Molino Park in the year 1776. So how did all of this start? Well, if it had not been for him getting a job at 12, he would not have met the people he did. What do I mean by that, you might ask? Well, his first job was selling newspapers on the train. And all of this led to his first invention. So I don't have time to go over all of his inventions, but I can touch base on some of the most famous ones for sure. Let's look at the phonograph. This is thought to be one of the first great inventions that Thomas Edison ever did. The phonograph would record the spoken voice and play it back. When speaking into the receiver, the sound vibration of the voice would cause a needle to create indentations on a drum wrapped with tinfoil. Later, Edison would adopt cylinders and discs to permanently record music. The first recorded message of Thomas Edison speaking, "Mary had a little lamb," which greatly delighted and surprised Edison and his staff when they first heard it played back to them. This next one is one of my favorite ones, the motion picture. In his early work of it, it was not so good. But like anything Edison did, he worked and worked to make it better. He worked with K.L. Dixon to develop the strip kinetograph. Also, by the use of George Eastman's 35mm film, it would then be able to be focused much better and look much nicer being played back on the big screen. This one here, I did not know until this class that he did it. It was his first invention, and it was called the electric vote recorder. Edison was 22 years old and working as a telegrapher when he filed his first patent for the electric vote recorder. This device was made with the goal of helping legislators in the U.S. Congress record their votes in a quicker fashion than the voice vote system. To work, the machine was connected to a clerk's desk where the names of the legislators were embedded. The legislators would then move a switch to either yes or no, sending electric current to the device at the clerk's desk. Yes and no wheels kept track of the votes and tallied the results. And now, for the one everyone is waiting for. Drum roll, please. That's right, the light bulb. Thomas Edison is the most well-known for this invention. But wait. Edison, remember, did not even invent the light bulb. It had been around for several years. The electric lights at that time, however, were unreliable, expensive, and very short-lived. Over 20 distinct efforts by other inventors around the world were already underway when Edison even entered the light bulb invention race. But by creating a vacuum inside of the bulb and finding the right filament to use, oh yes, and running lower voltage through the bulb, Edison could achieve a light bulb that lasted for many, many hours. This was a substantial improvement, and one that led, with even more improvements, to making the light bulb what it is today.